Hello, hello. Let's see. I'm doing a thing. I'm going live in Facebook and on my Substack. I'm live on Substack and on Facebook now. Excellent. One on my phone and one on my, oh, hello, puppy dog, and one on my laptop. So this is a quick live. I wanted to go live on Instagram too. I've never done it and it was complicated, so I'll do it another time. But I thought, wow, that would be fun. Yeah, this is a quickie. Just first of all, hello. Thank you for being here with me. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the prosperity shaman for the magical witchy healer leaders of Earth. Those healers, those witchy healers with a calling, a purpose, who feel, led to their unique and specific teaching that can only come from within their own souls, and who are here to serve their own divinely appointed tribes in the unique way that only they can. My videos always have animals in them. This is Baxter. He likes his neck rubbed, so I'm going to do that. If you hear little crunchy noises in the background, that's Minerva with she's got her Nyla bone, which is like a bone toy thing. You might hear Bella, the boy kitty, meowing at some point. But I do want to make this one short. So here's something that I've always been doing with my clients, whether it was back in the day with a shamanic healing session or, after I took my business online. I've always worked with healers, even if I didn't know it yet. And I've always supported them in letting go of old, heavy, burdensome energy that was never theirs to begin with, so that they felt lighter and more vibrant, and they can move forward into creating their, prosperous, vital, easeful lifestyle and business. And I've always been doing this. Didn't quite know how to put it into words when I first had my shamanic healing practice. I knew that every single client I've ever worked with at the end of their session would always say, without fail, wow, I feel so much lighter. So yeah, and that's, here's the secret. The reason for that is one of my special gifts is shamanic extraction. In other words, the removal of blocks or heavy energy that doesn't really belong there. It was never really yours to begin with. But we are sensitive beings. We take on other people's stuff. We take on, emotions and feelings from the world at large. It's so important to be able to let all that go. So talking about heavy, burdensome baggage that was never truly ours to begin with, introducing or reintroducing, because you might already know what it is, the witch wound. And what the witch wound is, just briefly, is the centuries-old soul-level wound that so many healers carry as a result of lifetimes of being punished, tortured, and killed, and ridiculed, and imprisoned, and all of that wonderful stuff, for being their true selves. In other words, for being magical witchy healers. And over time, throughout lifetimes, we've just felt so beaten down. Well, we've been so beaten down again and again and again and again that we ended up, putting ourselves kind of in a box or in the witch broom closet, or hiding behind veils, still doing our work, but, only kind of showing the world, not sort of fully pulling the veil back and feeling free to be fully ourselves in front of everyone, instead of just like our handful of like 5, 10, 15 people that we feel safe with. So at the very end of 2021, I actually tripped over a dog, sort of a pen, not a crate, but like sort of a little dog gate thing that I had outside that I was using for potty training for the puppies when they were puppies at that point. I tripped, I fell, I hurt the whole right side of my body from like the top of my hip to the bottom of my foot. I could not go up and down stairs. So in other words, I had a lot of time to just, there's Bella with his meowing. I knew it would come. I had a lot of time to just sit and do nothing. I watched a whole lot of, Whose Line Is It Anyway? On Tubi. But, so that was really fun because I love that show. But, talk about people not afraid to just be who they are and jump in and say the weirdest things. But, you guys, no cat and dog fighting. They don't really fight, but they, they tease each other. So I had a lot of time on my hands. My soul decided to take the moment, take the time, the months of healing, to spontaneously go into healing my witch wound, which on and off vaguely I received the term witch wound in my consciousness. I knew what it was. I knew it was there, but I hadn't really, gone directly into the wound. And I knew vaguely the side effects, fear of being visible, feeling like we have to hide, feeling like we maybe don't deserve, the good life and, or prosperity and all of that jazz. And looking back, I know that's the deep reason behind why I was ever inspired to, help healers be more prosperous. It's like, aha, Anyway, spontaneously went into my own witch wound healing, which lasted for months. It was grueling and very challenging and very hard to go through. Now, though, on the other side of it, I actually facilitate witch wound healing. This is Minerva. She's the one who is chomping on the bone. She's so pretty. Now I facilitate witch wound healing and prosperity activation among my, inner circle of beautiful, wonderful, magical, witchy clients. So if you want a deeper talk about the witch wound and witch wound healing, I know you get the gist, but I did just publish a podcast episode about it on my podcast, which I publish on Substack. So it's Magically Prosperous or Magically Prosperous with Astra. I can't remember. And then on YouTube, it's Magically Prosperous with Astra. So the latest episode of my podcast goes deeper into the witch wound and more detail, more of my experiences, all of that. But I did want to mention quickly, it's been a long time, because when I first started facilitating witch wound healing amongst my people, somebody just threw me a heart on Facebook. And I don't know who it is because my phone isn't telling me, but I'm glad you're here. Also, I can't see comments on my phone. So I will, if you comment at all, I will go back and read it shortly after I close out this video. When I first started to facilitate witch wound healing, in addition to prosperity activation, in my clients, I would perform these witch wound healing and prosperity activation sessions. They're not live sessions. They are, once you sign up, I will then include your energy as I'm performing the distance energy work within the session. I video record the sessions so that whoever signs up receive the video recording. And then my distance healings are evergreen, so whenever you watch it, you will receive the alchemy and the energetic transformation, and shifts and goosebumps and however you experience energy shifts. I'm getting goosebumps right now just talking about it. So, but I hadn't held one of these sessions in quite some time. And this was, I knew that I was sort of going back underground with, I had gone through the witch wound healing, but I kept noticing in various ways that there was still residue, like energetic residue of the witch wound, because the witch wound, it's so engraved, if that's the proper way to say it, in our energetic realms, that even when we go through the healing of it, you might find some of the old side effects or patterns popping back up. However, having gone through the healing of the witch wound, you're more conscious of it. So you can then go, ooh, that belief, that was from the witch wound. It's not mine. It is not part of my current realm or reality. It is not allowed, and it needs to go. Now I have goosebumps on my scalp, even just saying these words out loud. So the very cool thing is, so I had been going through and healing my own residue, my own witch wound residue, and the result of that is I'm fresh and new. But really, and then this inspiration came through. I'm trying to think. Was it yesterday morning? What is today? Is today Saturday? I don't even know what day it is. I think today's Saturday. And yes. And so I believe it was yesterday morning. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was Thursday. It doesn't really matter. Recently. It was recent. So I recently became inspired to perform another one of these sort of like upgraded, 2.0 versions of the witch wound healing and prosperity activation session. And I will be performing one on Tuesday, this upcoming week. And we're right around the full moon energy. I read when it was, now I can't remember, but it's right around this time. So I feel that energy is sort of like any old witch wound, blocky energy or residue that is ready to leave is, wants to go. It wants to, it's like got one foot out the door, and you can absolutely do your own healing on yourself and get rid of it. But sometimes when it's someone else facilitating the energetic shift, that can feel a little bit easier on you, because you can just make the decision to let it all go. And then I come in with a giant witch broom and sweep all the residue away. And not the cobwebs, though. We love spiders. So spiders stay, but they help facilitate the healing. They weave their crystalline energetic webs, and which serve as, each thread on the web serves as a passageway through which any residue and blocky energy can travel out of your aura, out of your realm, recycled as neutral energy into the universe. Whew. Thank you, Spider. Wow, I have energy rushes all over. I did not know Spider was coming in for that. Woo! And I'm so happy she is. So yeah, I will be performing one of these amazing sessions. So if you want to be included, if you want your energy as part of the session, and you want to be able to receive the video and feel all the swishes and goosebumps and everything that I'm feeling right now, you can sign up. I want to make sure I have, because on the recent podcast episode, I said the link a little bit wrong. So it's actually, magicallyprosperous.com/ witch wound healing session. Witch wound healing session. In the podcast, I left off the word session, and that is not correct. So that would maybe take you to a different page altogether. So if you want to be part of this, this session, if you want to be included, if you would like removal of blocky energy that is connected with the witch wound so that you can feel more comfortable in your body, more comfortable in your realm, more comfortable showing up as your true self, more comfortable knowing that you deserve prosperity and all that you desire and more, then yes, definitely sign up. I priced it at a very easy price too. I mean, it's always been easy-ish, but it's just really easy to slide in there. So magicallyprosperous.com/witch wound healing session. Yeah. So that's it. That's what I wanted to say, talk about, transmit live, because that's a part of my own healing of that residue that I was just talking about, the old witch wound residue. It was making it feel very sticky to get anything done and go live and again show my face and share my true self. So here I am on the other side of the residue. It's not to say it'll never sneak up again, but I got my eye on it. I got my dark amethyst, and it's like, no, you go now. All right, my lovey-doveys, I am going to close out now. I'll put the link under the videos, wherever the videos show up. It won't be Instagram this time, but I think I'm going live on Substack and on my Facebook profile, which also I haven't done in years, maybe. All right, I love the heck out of you. See you soon. Come on in the witch wound healing and prosperity activation. Can't wait.